Hey guys, it's Paul here with Gear Test TV, and today I'm going to be showing you how to connect a USB audio interface to an iPad or an iPhone so that you can record instruments or XLR microphones directly to your iOS device. So if you have an iOS device and you want to be able to record an instrument or a microphone, or you just want a high quality audio output to speakers or something like studio monitors, this video is going to show you how to do just that. So with that said, I'll jump right into a list of everything that you'll need. You can find a link to all of this stuff in the description below. So let's jump right into it. The first thing you'll need is a powered USB hub. It's very important that it's powered, and what I mean by that is that it should come with a wall plug so that you can plug it in and you're getting wall power to the USB hub instead of being dependent on the USB port itself for power. The next thing that you'll need is this Apple camera connection adapter. This is going to give you the USB port you need to connect the interface to the iPad itself. Next, this is really optional, but you should already have one. It's a Lightning charging cable. Then the USB cable, which should come with your audio interface. And speaking of that, you will of course need an audio interface. Now this is the Behringer UMC22. It's a nice little 2-channel audio interface. You don't have to use this one. From what I've seen, this method will work with almost any USB interface. So other than that, the only thing that you will need is your iPad or your iPhone. Today I'm just going to go through connecting this to the iPad, but it's the exact same setup with an iPhone. So let's begin connecting everything. The first thing that I'm going to do is take the USB cable, plug it into the back of the interface, and then I'm just going to plug that into any port on the USB hub. Now, one thing I want to point out is that even though I have now connected the audio interface to power because it's plugged into the USB hub, you can tell that none of the lights have come on. It hasn't actually powered on yet. And that's just because the interface will not actually power on until it can tell that it's been connected to a device like the iPad, the iPhone, or your computer. So if you plug it into the USB hub and nothing happens, don't freak out. It will come on once everything is connected. So with that said, I will take the camera adapter, I will plug the USB cable from the USB hub into the camera adapter, and I can plug that straight into the Lightning port of the iPad. Next, I'll take the Lightning charging cable and I'll just plug the USB connector into any port on the USB hub. And then the other slot next to the USB port on the camera adapter is a Lightning port. So the charging cable can plug in right there. And you can see we are now charging the iPad. So that is optional, but you have a Lightning cable, you might as well use it. You don't want to be halfway through recording a podcast and then get the warning that says 10% battery remaining. Ain't nobody got time for that. So finally, I will take the XLR cable that's going to my microphone and just plug it into the front of the audio interface, and we're now ready to start working on the iPad. So I will open it up and pull up GarageBand. Now there are a lot of great audio apps out there. You can look into those. I'm using GarageBand today just because it's free and it's easy to use. So with that said, I'm going to bring the camera in a little bit closer and show you exactly how to start your recording in GarageBand. Okay, I'm not going to do an in-depth tutorial on GarageBand today, but I will show you just enough to get you started recording. So to start off, you want to press the plus button in the top right-hand corner. That will bring you to this screen, and you can select either voice or instrument from the bottom there. I am going to be recording a dialogue track today, so I will select voice. And that brings you to the track recording screen. Now, if I wanted to also record, say, a second vocal or an instrument with the vocal, I can press the plus button on the left-hand side. That will take me back to the screen where we just were, and this time I could select instrument. And that's going to bring up a second track. I can continue to add tracks, but one thing that I want to change from this screen is down here in the bottom left-hand corner, you see the channel button. So if I press that, that will show all of the input channels from your audio interface. So since this is just a 2-channel interface, I only have input 1, input 2, and I also have stereo. I can record both channels in a single stereo track. Now I don't have an instrument to record, but if I did, I would put it in input 2 because I have my microphone in input 1. So now I can press the microphone icon to go back to the lead vocal track and just confirm that that is still on channel 1. The guitar is on channel 2. Now, one thing that I will point out from here is that This is currently only set to record one track at a time. In order to record multiple tracks simultaneously, on the track itself there is the little dot. That is the arm for recording button. So if I want to arm both of these to record at the same time, I will select that. Now if I have headphones and I want to monitor the tracks that I'm recording, there is a monitor button down here in the bottom right hand corner. I can turn that on and you can see we are getting some monitor levels now. I will spin my microphone around in front of me so that we can see those levels a little bit better. I can change the monitor level for each individual track. With this slider, you can see it's also changing the slider on the track itself. And then I also have an overall master volume at the top, which is the same as changing the volume buttons on the iPad itself. Now, because I'm recording a dialogue track, I definitely do not want a metronome, which is defaulted on. So I will press this little blue icon on the top here to turn off the metronome. And the final thing that I need to change before I start recording dialogue is that as this is set up right now, it's set up to only record 8 bars at a time, which means it would get to the end of the 8 bars and it would stop recording automatically. To change that, I'm going to press the plus button over here in the top right hand corner. You can see section A there. I'm going to change it from just 8 bars manual to automatic. If you slide that on, go back, you can tap off the screen there, and now this will record for an indefinite amount of time. Now in the middle here, there are a lot of controls and effects that you can change. I just want a clean dialogue track, so what I can do is each of these knobs, if I just double tap those, it will turn all of those to 0 so that I'm just getting a clean track. So we are now ready to start recording. I will go over here and press the record button. It will count me in, and we are now recording. So I hope that you found this video helpful, and if you did, then please give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more content just like this. If you have any questions, you can leave them in the comment section below. Otherwise, I will see you guys next time.